Welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm Kent Scheffel. Thanks for being with us. Alongside is Coach Deion Thomas. We've got the men coming up tonight. Shawnee, Coach, what can we expect?
Well, I mean, it'll be a typical John Sparks team. I mean, Shawnee is a team that's going to come out. They fight all the time. So you're definitely not going to be given anything. So hopefully we're up for a battle tonight because that's what we're going to get.
What should we expect to see? A lot of man-to-man, a lot of zone, a lot of running? Is it going to be a slow game?
Well, it definitely won't be slow. But what Shawnee has been doing here recently is, pressing a lot, but more of a zone press, which kind of slows things down a little bit. And then they'll try to trap over in the half, once you cross over half court, then they try to trap. They've also been playing a lot more zone, which was surprising. It's not something that I really expect from John Sparks, but I'm sure they're going to use their zone as well. But good thing is we have some shooters. We have some big guys that know how to pass the basketball, and hopefully we'll just come out and we'll do the things that we need to do as a team, not so much as an individual, which kind of creeps in there sometimes, but hopefully we'll just put together a good team game.
You've had some tough games recently, and one of the things before we went on the air that you mentioned was it's frustrating to go back and look at those game tapes and see mistakes that we made that if they hadn't happened could have had a different outcome.
And that's exactly what it's been so far, Kent. And I knew there would be growing pains.
It's a young team.
I knew there would be growing pains, but you just don't expect the growing pains to linger as long as they have. I mean, I know we're only 6 games in, but if you count the 12 games from the preseason, we're 18 games in now. And so you expect for, the younger guys to have picked up the system, to probably have shaken a little bit of that high school mentality off. But unfortunately, we're still making some of the young mistakes. And, the sophomores have stepped up, but we really need the other guys like Milos Petrovic and Davion Joseph to really step up and handle their role. And I think if they do that, it'll turn around some things for us.
We're right at the 1 month point of the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
How far into the season do you think it'll go before it gets to where you want it to be?
Well, I hope tonight.
Good answer.
I hope the end of it is tonight. I mean, Shawnee's going to be Shawnee's a very good team. I mean, they're going to come out. They're going to play really hard. I mean, they have a couple really good players on their team, but so do we. And like I said before when we spoke earlier, it's some of the mistakes that we have made and we've consistently made that have allowed other teams to jump out on us and to end up taking leads and eventually ended up getting the win. But if we can take out a few mistakes, definitely cut down the turnovers, I think we'll be good. I'm really happy with these guys. I like my team. Just got to get them to do things a little bit smarter.
And there have been good nights mixed within all that as well. St. Louis Community College was a good night.
St. Louis Community College was a great night, actually. Another really good team that's very hard fought. Coach Reed is a coach with a lot of experience, and and it showed. With the guys that he put out on the floor. Now, unfortunately, he wasn't there. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know which one it was, but he wasn't there because of a suspension, so he didn't coach the team that night. But it was a team that really came out. They fought the whole game, and my team showed a lot of guts. I mean, we jumped out to almost a 20-point lead, and as they started to storm back at the end, we were still able to hold them off, I believe, by 9 points. So you're right, there's some good and there's some bad, but there's been some good and bad in each and every one of them. I mean, that one turned out to be a plus because we got the win. But, the last couple of losses were pretty much the same way. We stayed in, we fought, but we eventually make some errors down the road that we just have to learn from, and we have to get out of there.
Has to make you feel good, though. As you mentioned earlier, the team showed guts, and that's got to be a good feeling.
Oh, I mean, that's definitely it. I mean, you were a witness last year to how the team at certain times in the game when things got tough would really hang their head and basically give up. And that's the last thing you ever, as a coach, you definitely want to see your team do, and that's the last thing that, as a player, you want to see other people do. And our team this year has not done that. They've definitely stayed there. They fought, they scratched, they've clawed to the very end. Man, that's what the mentality that we have to get to, that we have to do that for 40 minutes. And as of right now, we've done it for about 30.
Is it something different that you've done this year, or is it just a difference in the players?
Well, it's a little bit of both. I, after last year, had to sit back and reevaluate the way I was doing things, how I was coaching the guys, and the kids that I was bringing in. I mean, so that was one of the things I really had to look at because, I'm a player's coach. And last year I gave a little bit too much freedom, I believe, and this year I kind of scaled back on that. Paid a little bit more attention to the details and the things that we're doing. And again, I brought in better kids, I believe, both character-wise, athletically, with a higher basketball IQ. Maybe not as rugged as some of the kids I've brought in before, but definitely some kids with a lot of heart.
Finesse can win games.
You kind of need that mixture. You know?
Okay.
You need that mixture. You need some people that are going to go out there and play physical and lay their body on the line. And then, like you said, you need those finesse guys to be able to cut and slice through there to put that ball in the basket. And I think we have a good combination of the two. It's just a matter of getting everyone on the same page.
Since the last time we televised a game, you've had some other rough teams. Lakeland, you took them on, and that's always a battle.
Well, you know, Lakeland is always hard. Lakeland is the type of team that's going to grind you and grind you and grind you. And if you're playing, you know, if you're young, the way we are, you're not used to that. And that's kind of what they did to us, and that's what happened. Right now, I mean, they're playing extremely well. I mean, they're leading our region, Region 24. They only have one loss in the region. They just went over and beat Vincennes. I mean, so that'll tell you the type of team that this team has. And for us to have been able to hang in there for 30 minutes, you know, with as young a team as we have, I think was a big accomplishment. But again, you know, our mistakes reared their ugly head down the end, and which cost us the game.
Is that 30 minutes a matter of we're still young and we just haven't figured out that we have to play for 40, or we just don't have the mindset yet, we still don't have the stamina yet? What is it?
Well, stamina, I don't think is a problem. I mean, we worked really hard in the off season, but I do think it's a big shift. I mean, from high school to college basketball, and I don't think the kids understand that yet, because in high school you can take a break, you can take a time off. I mean, I even had kids tell me, well, my coach told me if I was going to take a breather, I should take it on the offensive end, you know, or I should take it on the defensive end.
In high school, the game's over in 30 minutes.
There you go. I mean, and that's pretty much the way it's been going so far. You know, we have played hard, you know, up to that 30-minute point. We'll have a few mental breakdowns, and then that's when we end up getting behind, and we've allowed ourselves to get down. I mean, the Lincoln Trail game didn't happen at the end. It happened at the beginning. I mean, we played great, defended extremely well. Last 5 minutes before the half, it was like we went to sleep. I mean, so we played 15 minutes there. And then we went to sleep the last 5 minutes. I mean, and they built a 20-point lead on us by basically hitting 3-point shots. And anytime you get, you know, the way I defend, we don't give up easy shots. I want to make every shot contested and make guys have to make plays over us. I mean, and in that game, we were falling asleep. Lack of communication. This guy cut here, and then we have two people running to the guy over there. They get a wide open shot. You know, and then in the second half, of course, it was like somebody flipped the light switch. You know, we came out, we basically dominated the second half, but when you give somebody a 20-point cushion, it's really difficult to come
That's
back
a little
from
tough to overcome when you've got them spotted 20 points.
Oh yeah. So that's one of the things I think is a part of being young, is understanding that you have to adjust on the fly, you know, because our game plan was a little bit different. You have to adjust on the fly, and you have to play the whole time you're on the floor.
We need to take a break. We've got more with Coach Deion Thomas right after this.
I decided to come to Lewis and Clark Community College because it's close to home, and I knew a lot of my friends were going here too, so there's never an unfamiliar face in any of my classes. Coming to Lewis and Clark is a big step in my career path because Lewis and Clark has one of the best nursing programs in the area. Affordable, friendly atmosphere, attentive teachers, Lewis and Clark.
Take out meals for just $12.99. Call now.
Sherry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montanopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich! This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
Hungry?
Yeah.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
Welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm Kent Scheffel. Deion Thomas is here. We've got basketball coming up for you in a few moments. We've got Shawnee that's going to be on the floor. Coach, you say it should be a good battle?
Oh, it's definitely going to be a good battle. I mean, again, they're a team that's going to come out and fight. They have some really good players. Coach Sparks is a good coach, so I know those guys will be prepared. And, you know, I do my job too. I do my job too. So we'll definitely be prepared tonight. Just got to minimize the mistakes.
We're 1 month into the season. Let's talk some about the individual players. Davy Austin, meeting your expectations at this point?
You know, as well as he's playing, I still have to say no. And I have to say no because, you know, night in and night out, we walk into the gym, and Davy is actually the best player in the gym. Now, he doesn't always play like the best player in the gym. And I mean, and
then the answer is no.
Exactly. And part of that is, you know, he's such a good kid. You know, he's very unselfish. He wants everyone to do well. And he has not understood the fact that sometimes when you're the best, you have to be a little bit more selfish, which in turn helps everyone else. You know, and that's where I'm trying to get him to and get him into the mentality of understanding that, hey, it's 5 minutes left in the game. It's go time. It's not time for me to be trying to get everybody else involved. You know, he kind of has a, you know, LeBron James is my favorite player. And he kind of has the LeBron syndrome where LeBron wants to give the ball to everyone when LeBron should be taking over the game. So, but other than that, I mean, I'm happy with him as a person and as a player. I mean, night in and night out, like I said, he's the best player on the floor. It's just a matter of flipping that switch in his head to get him to understand it and play like that on every given night.
That last 5 minutes is not the time to think about assists.
No. You can do that early in the game. Even LeBron made that change.
Brandon Stevens.
Brandon is a freshman. I mean, you know, it's going to take a lot for Brandon. He's still developing. I mean, when you come in and you're 6 feet, 6'1", 165 pounds, you know, you got to put some muscle on, especially in our region. It's very physical. But I'm happy with what Brandon is doing so far. I mean, he comes out, he works really hard. He's been working in the weight room extremely hard. So it's just, you know, he has to continue developing.
Mike Sanchez, another freshman. Has he got to the point that you'd like to see?
He's another one. You know, we have to continue to well, for him, the biggest thing is understanding that he's not in high school anymore and that he's not the king of the court, you know, on his high school team anymore, and that he has to, you know, work on blending himself more into the team. Very happy with him. I think, you know, as the season goes on, the season progresses, that he's really going to be a big part for us.
Or Hortum had been out earlier in the season with an injury, but back on the floor now.
Well, I tell you, I'm glad to have him back. I'm extremely glad to have him back.
He takes a big part of the floor.
Oh, yeah, he definitely takes it. 6'11", 265. You take up a lot of space. But when you have someone that's as skilled as he is, I mean, and not just his scoring, but his passing ability, being able to defend the basket with that big body and those long arms, I mean, it definitely helps us a lot on the perimeter, you know, because then guys get to play a little bit harder out there on defense because they know they have him back there. And I mean, and since he's been back, he's rebounding the ball extremely well. And he's scoring pretty well. He's doing exactly what I thought he could do. We just have to continue to get him in better shape so he can play longer stints.
Is he at full speed yet when he is on the floor?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, it's difficult if you know, miss 3 weeks. I mean, he had missed 3 weeks. He had missed, couldn't do anything. I mean, so we just basically got to get him back in better shape and continue to get him involved in the offense.
John Craddock?
I'm very happy with JJ. Now, of course, a coach is never satisfied, but I'm happy with what he's shown so far. He's definitely stepped up. He's kind of turned that corner a little bit from high school player to college player. Still has some growing to do because he has to understand that he's one of those guys we talked about that has to understand that you have to play every second that you're on the floor and you have to be involved in something, whether it's defending, rebounding, something every minute you're on the floor. But for the most part, I'm satisfied with where he is. I mean, he's one of our better players on the team, one of our better scorers. Now we just got to get him to be more involved in the other aspects of the game.
Davian Joseph?
Davion, one of the best kids ever, ever. But I think Davion is still growing. I mean, when he was in high school, he played the center and power forward, and now he's trying. He's been asked to play some shooting guard and some small forward. And I think he can do it. He has a specific role that we need him to do, which is more rebounding and defending. I know he can do it, and I think he'll definitely step up. He's actually made me a promise that he's going to do it, so that's what I'm expecting from him.
Barack Eslick, he's had some big nights scoring-wise.
He has. I mean, and Barack is our leading scorer, or one of our leading scorers right now. But like I told you, after that first 29-point game, I'd like to dial that back to about 15, which he's at about 13 or 14 right now. But he's another one where I'm happy with what he's doing, need continuous growth out of him, especially on the defensive end.
Kevin McKenzie, another freshman.
Kevin's a little bit older freshman, though. He's a transfer from SIUE, where he was just a student, came in. He worked really hard last year to show me that he wanted to make this team. He has played extremely well for us, especially on the defensive side as the backup point guard to Davie. He's came in, he's played well defensively. We need for him to continue that and to continue his development as a point guard to make other players on the floor better.
Chris Coney?
A little up and down on Chris. It depends on the day. I love him as a kid. He comes out, and I will say he works hard, probably harder than anyone that's on the floor. Doesn't have the athletic ability as some of the others, does not have the speed of foot as some of the others, but he definitely comes out and he works hard. He has a high basketball IQ, which really helps us and calms guys down when we're on the floor. So, he's averaging close to 6 rebounds right now. I told him he needs to get that up to about 8.
And his response was?
Okay, coach. With his
What's he gonna say?
With his Southern Indiana accent, okay, coach. So.
Milos Petrovic.
Milos he's very similar to what we need him to do, like Davion. I need him to come out, rebound, defend, to run the floor. He's one of my sophomores. He's a kid that probably has the highest the highest IQ on the team. Now, that doesn't always translate into basketball because he's such a high-strung, high-energy kind of kid that he wants to do things really fast, But I am happy with him. I mean, Milos is a big part of the team. We just have to make him continue to get him involved more and buy more into his role.
Martavius Robinson.
Oh, biggin'.
Biggin', you're right.
Martavius, he's coming along. I knew when he came in that he would be a project offensively. But what he's done on the defensive end and on the rebounds, I'm pretty happy with. And as we continue to grow, I think he'll continue to go on through the year. I think he'll continue to grow as a player and definitely will help us toward the end of the season. But he's doing a good job now.
If you were in the classroom right now, we've only got a couple weeks left in the semester. Mm-hmm. Would you be giving the team an A, B, C?
Wow, Kent, that's actually really hard because there's I'm going to have to go a C- right now.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go a C- because there's some ups and some downs. There's some good, some bad. The bad is killing us, though. And at 2 and 4, it's really difficult to go higher than a C-. But, there's a lot. I see a lot of positive things. We just have to continue to work in that direction. And, with me and my coaching staff, I think we'll get there.
So if you were guessing for a grade at the end of the spring semester, what would that be?
If I can get a low B out of this or a C or a low B, I'll be happy. Because as long as we continue to move forward, and that's the thing. Because I had one coach tell me, Doug Stotler, as a matter of fact, told me, he said, Deion, it's not how you do at the beginning, it's how you do at the end.
Makes a lot of sense. We've got Shawnee tonight, another game coming up later in the week, or over the weekend, that's not going to be easy, and that's Swick.
Well, we actually have a couple games this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And you're right, Swick is always difficult. When you have someone like Jay Harrington who's been in the game longer than I've been living, it's always difficult. There's no tricks. There's nothing you're going to throw up in front of him that he has not seen before. But I think we match up well with him. I think we have the size. I think we have the athleticism. And Jay's... I hate to say he's predictable, but I know what he's going to do because that style has been successful for him for all these years, so there was no reason for him to change now. It's just a matter of getting the guys, especially the freshmen, used to all of the pressure that Jay puts on you, and then also the multitude of offensive plays that he runs. So we just have to make sure that we're disciplined in what we try to do defensively, so we can get that win.
And the bottom line, a really big game then tomorrow night for you.
Oh yeah. That might be the biggest one.
That 8th grade daughter's on the court.
Yeah, my 8th grade, my baby's playing. She has the district finals. Like I've told you, they've gone. When we moved here, they finished 3rd. They finished 2nd last year, so hopefully this year we'll be gunning for the state title.
Deion Thomas has been here, head coach of the men's basketball team. We've got basketball coming up against Shawnee in just a moment.
I chose Lewis and Clark Community College because my dentist and my dental hygienist both highly recommended this school for the dental assisting program and dental hygiene program. And I feel completely prepared after going to just a couple semesters here. I feel like I know what I'm doing now. These great teachers, I feel like I can have one-on-one chances with them. So I feel completely prepared thanks to this college. Highly recommended, fantastic atmosphere, and great teachers. Lewis and Clark.
Oh, sweetheart. Gonna give you a hand?
No thanks, Dad. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna go fix the lamp in your room.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Viking.
Red state. Blue state. Vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown. Downtown.
Optimist. We come to different conclusions.
Half empty. Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities, our families,
united.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Welcome back to more basketball here on LCTV as we get ready for the men's game. In just a couple of minutes here, our tip-off is on the way. Let's recap the Lewis and Clark ladies game, Sean. McKendree's JV team with a solid road win tonight.
Yeah, very solid. They came out with a good pace in the first half, got that early lead, and then it really went back and forth. And then in the second half, they came out and got a good start and got the early lead, and it still went back and forth pretty much until the end of the game. So it was a good battle, but the Trailblazers just fell short at the end.
Lady Blazers actually had their last lead of 45-44, but the final was 68-59. Trailblazers did have 4 players that hit double figures, but nobody with more than 14. Childress had 14, Mitchell had 12, Williams with 10, Dampier with 10, but Danielle Amon Stewart, 26 points, and she and the rest of the Bearcats really played well.
Yeah, Amon Stewart really put the Bearcats on her shoulders. She also had help from Norwood and Kester, so they had a good cast of people helping them out to get that win tonight.
On to the men's game now. Shawnee comes to town. The Saints with a record of 6-1, so they're playing some good basketball right now. Lewis and Clark trying to turn it around. They have a record of 2-4, and the Trailblazers have lost 3 games in a row.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough match for them. The size of Shawnee looks like they're pretty tall, so definitely a tough match, but it's a winnable game if the Trailblazers play the way they're capable of playing.
And a home court advantage. The Lewis and Clark Trailblazers have had some games where they've scored some points, 70s, 80s, even 90 points this year, and they'll probably need that tonight.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to have to get contributions from everybody on the roster. Even the bench players need to step up. They're going to definitely have to score tonight to win this game.
The Saints again with a record of 6-1 according to their website and their schedule. They started 6-0 this year. Finally lost their first game recently at 6-1, and we'll have to see how they come out and play tonight with their coach John Sparks in his 8th year now down at Shawnee College in Southern Illinois. The two teams at their benches now and getting ready to go here as we're just a couple of minutes away from starting it up. Trailblazers, again, with a record of 2-4. We'll go down to the floor and get the starters in just a moment as well and see how things go. But again, here in December, not much basketball left for the men's team either. Maybe just a couple more and then Christmas break.
Just a couple more. So if they can get a win here tonight, that'll help them feel good about that break. So it's going to be a tough game with Shawnee coming off that loss, and they're playing a bounce-back game. So, it'll be nice to see how it turns out.
Again, Trailblazers 2-4. They've only played 6 games so far this year, but again, a 3-game losing streak, and Coach Deion Thomas wanting to turn things around here on their home court, and they'll see if they can do that here tonight. But again, rebounding could be a big part of the game, as a lot of the teams come in with some size when they come in here to RiverBend Arena. And we'll see if that makes a difference in the game tonight. We'll keep an eye on that. And keep an eye on the shooting, the free throw percentage, all of those things can add up to a victory for the home team or maybe another road win tonight, as McKendree did in the women's game tonight too. Let's go down to the floor, and we're ready to go for the men's game now.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Game 2 of our basketball doubleheader, featuring the Saints of Shawnee Community College going up against your Trailblazers of Lewis and Clark Community College. First, let's introduce the Saints. He wears number 1, a guard, 6'1", from Chicago, Illinois, Dwan Stewart. Wearing number 3, a 6'5", freshman from Memphis, Tennessee, Devin Thornton. Wearing number 5, a 6'4", sophomore from Little Rock, Arkansas, Joe Dillard. Wearing number 11, a 6'7", freshman from Conway, Arkansas, Justin Leon. And wearing number 12, a 5'9" sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, Stanley Malcolm. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the Saints of Shawnee. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to make some noise as we introduce your Lewis and Clark Community College Trailblazers. First, wearing number 1, a sophomore, 6'1", from Newark, New Jersey, Davie Austin. Wearing number 20, a freshman, 6'4", from Miami, Florida, J.J. Craddock. The man in the middle, standing 6'11", from Istanbul, Turkey, Ordum. Wearing number 24, a freshman, 6'4", from Istanbul, Turkey, Barak Eslick. And wearing number 44, a sophomore, 6'7", Tell City, Indiana, C.K. Chris Connor. Lewis and Clark assisted by Darryl McGivney, Robert Harris, Dave Stalker, and the head coach and athletic director, Deion Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the starting lineups. The question is, are you ready for basketball?
The Saints finished with a record of 15-15 and already off to a 6-1 start this year as they won their first 6 games. Lost to John Logan College recently at the end of November, but they had a 6-0 start, had a game where they scored 104 points this year. Most of their games have been in the 60s and the 70s. Couple of 77 final scores, and the tip controlled by Lewis and Clark actually tipped out by Shawnee, so Lewis and Clark basketball as we get things started here tonight. Stewart, Thornton, Dillard, Leon, and Malcolm, the starters for the team in black with a little bit of maroon trim, black and maroon, against the blue and white. The team in white jerseys, the home team, the Trailblazers. Inside, reverse layup, no good, and rebound Saints, here they come. Number 12, Malcolm will fire and miss a three. Offensive rebound, though, a long rebound to Leon, and he gives it back once again to Malcolm, who drives left side.
Shawnee really coming out here with some speed, nice tempo as they're looking to get their first basket.
And they do from the baseline. Number 11, Justin Leon from Conway, Arkansas. Leon with a bucket. Now it's Trailblazers basketball. Eslick gives the ball off to Hortum. Now to the left side, a three ball goes up. Davi Austin missed it. Rebound, though, offensive rebound. Goes to John Craddock. Now down to Hortum again. The big man sends it across the lane, but it's a turnover on the Trailblazers. And Lewis and Clark ladies had a big problem with turnovers earlier tonight, and we'll see about the men's game tonight, too.
Yeah, turnovers, that's always something that will hurt you if you have too many. So hopefully the Trailblazers can control the ball and limit their turnovers.
Inside it goes, right to the front of the rim, and partially blocked away. And out of there comes Barack Eslick. Eslick loses the ball. Goes into the corner, and he's got it back. Eslick, reverse layup, good. 24 for 2.
Nifty play by Eslick to get the ball in there. Quick little layup, and they even it up with Shawnee.
Saints with the basketball now. Again wearing their black jerseys, and the jump shot there by the lefty is missed. And we have a foul called on Lewis and Clark, I believe, a push-off on the rebound on number 20, Craddock. J.J. Craddock will pick up the foul there, and that means the Saints are going to throw it in a 2-2 game, 2 minutes into the game. And they throw it inside right away, and that shot missed underneath there by Joe Dillard from Arkansas. Back the other way, it's Eslick on the drive again. Eslick fires it up. Off the rim it goes, no good. Quickly back the other way, Shawnee into the paint, jumper good. Stanley Malcolm from Chicago Bogan High School. Malcolm with a bucket. Eslick gives the ball in the corner to Austin. Down to Hortum, cutting inside, a foul is called as reaching in there was number 1, Stewart with the foul. Dwan Stewart from Chicago Simeon High School. Free throws for Lewis and Clark in a 4-2 game. Quick pace to the game, back and forth, up and down, and free throw good.
Yeah, very quick pace so far, and Trailblazers trying to even it up right here early on here in the first half.
In the air and good, 2 for 2. Conert makes them both, and it's a 4-4 game. Driving in here, left side, no. Trailblazers with the rebound, and we're still tied. Back the other way quickly, it is Craddock. Craddock, top of the key, and they throw it away again. It's another turnover on the Trailblazers, 3 minutes into the game. 6-1 record for Shawnee College. The Saints are on the move here, marching. And they throw it away, and they have a turnover of their own, and now a sub in. Jalen Smith from Memphis, Tennessee. Jalen Smith into the game. Stewart out, Smith in, number 4. Here's Eslick down to Hortum. Fordham hands the ball off. Craddock is fouled at the front of the rim. No, a travel first, and then the foul, I guess. A turnover on Lewis and Clark. Trailblazers with some D now, and we're still tied at 4. Ball belongs to Malcolm, skips it to Smith, just into the game. Glass and good on a 3.
Yeah, so he doesn't waste any time getting a 3, coming off the bench and contributing to this team.
Trailblazers down by 3. Eslick will fire, and good. A 3 the other way. And a timeout called here. We're going to have, it's going to be 2-pointer instead of 3. As he was on the line, one of the referees had a good look at it, and Eslick will get credit for a 2, so it's 7-6. Saints with the ball and the lead, and here they come toward the lane. Now they kick it back outside. Dillard driving in, hands the ball off, good and 1. Justin Leon breaking inside, and Leon with a bucket.
Yeah, Leon really doing a good job getting in there, using his size to help draw the foul.
Leon, 6'7", freshman. And he's a lefty, and he's going to fire the free throw on the 3-point play, and he'll miss it. No good. Now we have an official's timeout, and injury timeout, I think, as Austin was shaken up. So he'll see the trainer, and number 25, Kevin McKenzie, checks into the game.
Yeah, it looks like he had to leave with a bloody nose, so he must have taken an elbow or a shoulder.
9-6, Shawnee with the lead. And the steal. The Saints have it, and here they come again. Free throw line, they kick it to the baseline. Back out to the right elbow. Glass, no good. Eslick tries for the rebound, but Leon comes out of there with it, and he's been active so far.
Yeah, Eslick tried to get the rebound, but just couldn't outreach Leon. 6'7" frame.
Leon's done a good job. He's got 3 buckets, 6 points already. 11-6, Shawnee Community College with the lead. Eslick driving, gives out to the top as they reset it out there. Craddock to McKenzie, now to Eslick. Eslick driving, 3-ball going up, no good. 5 minutes into the game, and here come the Saints again. Long 3 is off the mark there. Lewis and Clark ball. Here's McKenzie driving in. He kicks it to Eslick. 3-ball missed. Leon with a rebound.
Yeah, good opportunity there. Just missed.
Inside, finger roll, good. The big man, the trailer, Julius Barton at 6'10", lays it in, and they run the break pretty nicely there.
Yeah, they really strung some points here together. Trailblazers taking a timeout as the Shawnee leads it 13-6.
Barton with a bucket there. He's 6'10", a freshman from West Memphis High School, West Memphis, Arkansas. And Coach John Sparks there instructing his team. And again, the road team coming in here to Lewis and Clark and off to another fast start, just like the women's game.
Yeah, Lewis and Clark really needs to find a way to slow down this Spartan team as they have a really fast tempo, but it's still early. They're only down by 7, so plenty of time to get back in this.
Good speed, good quickness. What a first step for all of these Saints, it looks like. Milos Petrovic into the game from Serbia, number 50 for the Trailblazers. So Petrovic into the game, and here's Eslick giving the ball up. 3-ball, good. Left side, Craddock, and Lewis and Clark needed that.
They sure did. Craddock's really good from that 3-point line, and he was able to get one to fall right there.
Leon inside, a little contact. He missed the shot. Eslick the other way to the three-point line. Now to the corner. Eslick fires. Good. Another three for Eslick. Long pass down low. Trailblazers ball as they get it back again. Eslick already was 7. It's 13-12. Trailblazers right back. Down by 1. Craddock, top of the key, good! It's a 2 for Craddock. And just like that, the Trailblazers on a run, and they take the lead.
Yeah, they're on an 8-point run, so good job by the Trailblazers.
And a 3 the other way for Smith, as he's hit 2 threes already, and he gives his team the lead at 16-14. We talked about the scoring tonight. Is it going to be in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be high scoring as both teams already in the mid-teens.
We'll see. The shooting percentages not the best yet, but some quick scoring back and forth. And right now the Saints have the basketball. Almost throw it away, but they recover there. Number 4 grabs it. Smith gives the ball up to Stewart. Now inside Barton, blocked away, out of bounds. Trailblazers ball. And some subs come in for Shawnee now. Stanley Malcolm, one of their starters, checks back in. Ben Kissing, 6'5" freshman. And the Trailblazers make a change too as they bring Austin into the game for Eslick. And Austin not going to be able to check into the game yet. And so 3 Shawnee players check into the game. Thornton and Stewart are in there. Number 4 Smith is in there. Here's a steal and a layup, and it's missed. And now over the back, Lewis and Clark with a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, you got to be careful. That was a pretty easy call to make there.
8 minutes into the game now. Austin does check in now. Connert checks into the game. Connert, Petrovic, McKenzie, Craddock, and Austin in there for Coach Deion Thomas. Shawnee, a little fadeaway in the lane, knocked away, and it's headed the other way. Lewis and Clark down by 2. Into the front court, McKenzie, number 25 from Chicago Mount Carmel High School. Now Craddock out to McKenzie again. Hand the ball off to Connert. McKenzie for 3. It's in and out, no good. Still a 2-point game.
McKenzie getting a good look, just couldn't get it to fall. Trailblazers haven't shied away from taking the threes so far tonight.
There's Stewart for 3, and it's good. Dwan Stewart, Chicago Simeon, nothing but net. Back the other way, Lewis and Clark ball now. Of course, head coach Deion Thomas at Chicago Simeon back in the late 80s. 1980s playing basketball there at that high school, and then on to the University of Illinois. Played with the Fighting Illini from 1990 to 1994. Deion Thomas and the Trailblazers trailing by 5. Connert to McKenzie, shot clock running out. At the buzzer, McKenzie misses a 3. Back the other way, Shawnee leading by 5. Top of the key, stolen away. Saints get it back though. To the corner, now Stewart driving in. Kicks it to Kissing for 3, nope. Rebound Shawnee, offensive rebound, and here they come again. Foul on the baseline.
Yeah, the big men for the Trailblazers really need to be able to take control of the boards, as there's been a bunch of offensive rebounds early on here in this match.
Chris Connert with a foul. Pick up his first foul now. 6'7", sophomore from Indiana. Connert. Inside, shot forced up, no good, and now jump ball called on the rebound. The possession arrow gonna stay with Shawnee. $10:19 to go, and 19-14. The scoring has slowed down a little bit here. Here we go. Shawnee will throw it in. Cameron Ballard is into the game now, number 20. Stewart, though, for three. He missed the shot, out of bounds, and Lewis and Clark ball.
And Stewart got a good look, and it just didn't fall. So a break there for the Trailblazers.
Trailblazers up the floor. 10-minute mark, trailing 19-14 to Shawnee College. McKenzie out to Austin, three ball, nope. Stewart the other way. Good rebound there. Saints headed back. Kissing gives to Stewart. Dwan Stewart into Kissing again, and he lays it up and in. Off the bench, Kissing with a bucket. 21-14 now.
Yeah, now a run of their own by the Spartans.
Here's Connert with it. Connert gives to McKenzie, into the lane, off the glass and good. Strong move by McKenzie there. Back the other way, stolen away. Trailblazers ball.
Nice defense by the Trailblazers. That was Craddock with the steal.
Petrovic down low, little hook shot, short. Rebound, Thornton, number 3. All the way down to Kissing, and he puts it up and in.
Kissing, nice, smart, aggressive play, getting down the court quickly, taking advantage of Petrovic getting back a little slowly.
Ben Kissing is a 6'5" freshman. 8:40 to go, first half, and it's now 23-16. Petrovic has the basketball. Milos, the hook again. Missed it again. Rebound, Shawnee. All kinds of subs going to check in a moment for both teams here. Inside move. Kissing has it under there, and he missed it but fouled. Connert was there. Petrovic was there, and the foul is going to be called on number 50, Milos Petrovic. First foul. – 23-16, and the Saints are looking for more here. In the air, and he missed the first free throw, and here comes the subs. 2 for the Trailblazers, 4 subs for the Saints. Eslick back into the game for Lewis and Clark, and they also bring in Joseph, 6'4" sophomore. Right now, Kissing at the line, though, in a 7-point game. And it's good. The free throw makes it 24-16. Justin Leon back in the game. Remember, he had 6 points early on, 3 buckets. Trailblazers down by 8. They need some points and some good offensive sets here. Joseph inside, glass and good, right off the bench for 2.
Yeah, nice job by Joseph getting open, and a good pass. Hit him in the open floor, and he was able to make the easy bucket.
Connert out of the game now. He sits down, and so did Craddock. To the baseline, Thornton with the basketball. The big man for Shawnee. That's Julius Barton. Make that number 40, Barton. Shot from the baseline is missed, tipped around, and we have a foul called. And again, it's on the Trailblazers underneath there. It's going to be McKenzie this time.
That is the 6th team foul here for the Trailblazers.
1 foul for Shawnee. 1 team foul. Shawnee will throw it in, down to 7:40 to go in the half. And they throw it into the corner. Goes to Job Dillard, number 5. Now to the big man, Barton. And he is fouled on a turnaround there by Petrovic.
Yeah, Petrovic looks like he thought he had all ball, so he wasn't too happy with that.
Milos with foul number 2. And with 7.5 minutes to go, first half. Free throw coming from Barton. And he puts the first one in. In the air, he missed that free throw. Rebound, Austin the other way. Davi Austin. Now to McKenzie. Right side, Joseph now. 25-18 score. 7-point game. McKenzie with it again. Kevin McKenzie knocks it away and out of bounds. Turnover. McKenzie lost it. And the Saints are going to get it back.
Yeah, McKenzie tried to play it off to the refs that he got it off one of the Spartan players, but couldn't win that battle.
Shawnee ball, they set up the offense. Barton has it out high, gives to number 5, Dillard. Now it's number 4, Smith. Inside, Glass and good. Strong move by Tim Sanders, only a guard at 6 foot tall, but Sanders going in there for 2. 27-18. Skip to McKenzie, he traveled on the left side. Another turnover.
Turnovers starting to pile up here for the Trailblazers as the Spartans are taking advantage of these turnovers. They've already got 27 points in this game, and they lead at 27-18.
Brandon Stevens, number 5, checks in. So did Craddock back in for Lewis and Clark. Saints with the ball and the 9-point lead. Shawnee running the offense with 6:20 to go till halftime. Inside, nice move to the rack again. Dillard for 2.
Yeah, and the Spartans doing a really good job of passing the ball and getting a hole to open up there.
Lots of room in the lane. Here's Craddock, good, and 1. Strong move for the Trailblazers, who trail by 11. Leon gets the foul, his first. Craddock will get ready to put it up, and it's good.
That was only the second time the Trailblazers have been to the line tonight.
There's a steal or a near steal, and we're going to have a foul on Shawnee. 40, Julius Barton will pick up the foul this time. 29-21. 3-point play for Craddock to bring it to an 8-point game. Eslick with it to Stevens for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound going the other way for Shawnee. They'll set it up. 5:35 to go till halftime. Here's Leon inside. Traveling called on the side of the lane there. And coming up at halftime, Mike Lemons will be joined by Lady Trailblazers head coach Jerron Young, talking about that tough loss earlier tonight to McKendree's JV squad. The Lady Bearcats with the win. That's at halftime. Here's Craddock with another bucket. Good feed from Eslick. Craddock leading the way.
Yeah, a quick little possession there by the Trailblazers, and slowly they're inching back into this game.
Now we're going to have a foul called on the Saints. Number 3, Devin Thornton. First foul on Thornton. That bucket by Craddock at the other end gives him 10 points. Double figures now. He's got 10 out of the 23 for the Trailblazers. So he's leading the way by a long shot here. 6'4" freshman from Miami, Florida. And he has the ball now, number 20. Out to Eslick. Now Stevens to Craddock. Craddock jumper, missed it this time. Rebound, Shawnee. Under 5 minutes remaining. Left side, now Leon inside. Good, nobody picked him up. Leon will lay it over the front of the rim. Timeout for Coach Deion Thomas. He doesn't like what he sees, especially on defense here. We'll take a break and be back with more. It's 31-23, Shawnee by 8. First half here on LCTV.
I decided to come to Lewis and Clark Community College because it's close to home and I knew a lot of my friends were going here too, so there's never an unfamiliar face in any of my classes. Coming to Lewis and Clark is a big step in my career path because Lewis and Clark has one of the best nursing programs in the area. Affordable, friendly atmosphere, attentive teachers, Lewis and Clark.
A couple of road games for Lewis and Clark this weekend, and that will almost wrap up the December schedule and the 2013 portion of their schedule. Saturday they'll be at SWIC, Southwestern Illinois College. Sunday afternoon at St. Louis Community College. So the Trailblazers with back-to-back road games this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and this is their last home game for a while into January. And right now, 31-23, Shawnee with an 8-point lead, and Coach Thomas calling a timeout.
Yeah, the Trailblazers, they trailed early here in this first half, but they were able to claw their way back, and eventually they took a 2-point lead, but since then they've slowed down. So Deion Thomas calling the timeout, trying to get back into this game.
Here's Craddock giving the ball off to Stevens. Brandon Stevens. Now Milos Petrovic to the corner. Austin out to Stevens again. Shot clock down to 5. There's a steal. Shawnee with the basketball. Here they come again inside. Blocking foul. Eslick will pick up the foul. He wasn't set. That'll be his first. Brock Eslick, and I think Dillard may be at the line, number 5. He will be. In a 31-23 game, he could make it a 10-point lead with these free throws here.
That'll be their largest lead of the night.
Number 5, Joe shooting 2.
McKendree again beating Lewis and Clark in the women's game tonight, 68-59, 9-point win. Dillard puts it up and in. Another free throw upcoming here. 4 minutes to go till halftime, and it's 33-23 as he made them both. Shawnee starting to put some distance between themselves and the Trailblazers now.
Yeah, they've really been pretty consistent tonight, and through that they've been able to break away and really start distancing themselves from the Trailblazers in the scoreboard.
10-point game. Lewis and Clark ball out of bounds under their basket, and it's going to be Austin to throw it in. Davi Austin. Well, get ready to throw it in for Stevens. Stevens fires it to Craddock. Craddock on the right side. Stevens for three. Back iron, no good. Leon has it. Now we have a foul on the offensive rebound. A push there away from the ball on Dillard of Shawnee.
So it's a break here for the Trailblazers. And let's see if they can't get some points out of this.
.334 to go, and they throw it in. Lewis and Clark ball. Austin three, good. It's good on the right side for number one.
Nice open three there by Austin, and Petrovic did a good job of blocking and helping Austin stay open to get that shot off.
3 threes for the Trailblazers, and they have a turnover. And there's a foul on a reach in with down to a 7-point game with that three. Number 12, Malcolm with a foul, his first. Well, for a while they were at 1 team foul, now 6 team fouls for Shawnee. Stevens checks out of the game. Connert back into the game with Craddock, Petrovic, Eslick, and Austin. Connert has it in the lane, front of the rim, missed it inside there. Rebound, Shawnee. It's knocked away. To the corner it goes. Austin again. Nope, missed the three this time. To the right side. Now into the lane it goes. And a foul called as they get tangled up there after the whistle. And Lewis and Clark with a foul. Petrovic's going to get his third. He's going to have to sit for a while.
Yeah, Austin taking him off to the side, try and help him cool off a little bit.
Well, 55 is going to check in for the first time. That is Martavius Robinson from Waterloo, Iowa. 6'9" freshman Robinson into the game. At the free throw line, it is Devin Thornton from Memphis, Tennessee, and Thornton puts it in. (34-26). Thornton ready to go. In the air, and he missed it, and we have another whistle. Things getting a little physical here now, and I think we're going to have Robinson with a foul. 55 for Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, if they were able to get away with anything before, as it's getting more and more physical, the referees are really going to keep an eye on this to keep everything under control. So everybody needs to start being on their best behavior.
In the air and good. It's Leon at the line. Nine points for him. He goes for double digits now. And he's got 10. And the lead is 10, 36-26, Saints. And the Trailblazers turn it over with 2:40 to go. First half winding down, and Shawnee basketball. Now they lose it. Connert, long pass to Austin. Good speed, lays it in.
Excellent pass by Connert. He just lofted it in there, almost like he was a quarterback, and Austin was a receiver and took it to the basket.
Right side, it's Stewart. Into the corner, Leon steps out for a three ball. Inside, outside, I guess, for Leon at 6'7". That's 13 points for him. And the lead is 11. Here's Austin to Craddock. Down to Robinson, into Connert. Connert underneath and couldn't get it to go. Trailblazers have had some chances around the basket.
They have, and if they're going to get back in this game, they definitely have to take advantage of all their opportunities.
Throw it over to the right side, and now to the baseline. Leon feeling it, good again.
Leon really putting this Spartan team on his shoulders.
15 points in the first half. Now the Trailblazers lose it again, but they pick it up with 1:10 to go till halftime. Eslick misses a three. Robinson a good rebound. Craddock, top of the key, missed it. Rebound Leon, Justin Leon for the Saints. 1 minute left. It's 41-28. Shawnee with a 13-point lead. Leon again, good again. Holy cow. Timeout Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, Leon really getting hot. He's hit his last 2 shots in a row from behind the line.
And a timeout is called by the Trailblazers as this lead has gone to 44-28 with that 3 ball. And it's a 16-point advantage with a blink of an eye, Sean.
Yeah, it really got out of control quickly. And 16 points, the Trailblazers have their work cut out for them to get back in this game. 42 seconds left in this half, so maybe a chance to get another bucket here, but they're going to have to come out strong in the second half.
Well, we saw in the ladies' game a girl score 26 points for McKendree's JV team tonight. 18 points now for Leon. Justin Leon in the first half. He has 2 threes, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. He also has 5 buckets, 5 twos. So he is at 18 points here at, well, we're not even to halftime yet.
Yeah, not quite there, but as you said, an excellent showing here in the first half by Leon as he's helping the Spartans lead the Trailblazers here.
The only other player that's even close to him, well, nobody really. Smith with a couple of threes has 6. Kissing has 5. Dillard with 4. But Leon with 18 points. Good looking player, number 11 at 6'7". They throw it to the corner with 30 seconds left. And that 3 is good. Right back for Austin of Lewis and Clark.
It's Austin's second 3 in this half, so he getting a big bucket there. 3-pointer for the Trailblazers before this half ends.
4 threes for each team now. Here's a drive with 10 seconds to go. Back to Stewart. They want to take the last shot here. They lead by 13 points. Inside, up and missed. Eslick has the rebound, and that's the end of the first half. And after 20 minutes, Shawnee with a lead, 44-31 on LCTV.
I chose Lewis and Clark Community College because my dentist and my dental hygienist both highly recommended this school for the dental assisting program and dental hygiene program. And I feel completely prepared after going to just a couple semesters here. I feel like I know what I'm doing now. These great teachers, I feel like I can have one-on-one chances with them. So I feel completely prepared thanks to this college. Highly recommended, fantastic atmosphere, and great teachers. Lewis and Clark.
Oh, sweetheart. Gonna give you a hand?
No thanks, Dad. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna go fix the lamp in your room.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Viking.
Red state, blue state, vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown. Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty. Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities, our families, even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give. advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
And welcome to halftime at the Trailblazers basketball game. Trailblazers trailing by a score of 44-31 right now, so hopefully we'll bounce back in the second half. Joining me now for halftime is the Lady Trailblazers basketball coach, which is Jerron Young. And Jerron, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Jerron, you're in your second full season, I guess, right, as a Trailblazer coach?
Yes.
Tonight's loss, the final score of 68-59, isn't a real good reflection of tonight's game because it was back and forth all night. A point either way, it seemed like most of the evening.
Yeah, it was a close game for the most part of the whole game. Got down to about the last 2 minutes, and then we just kind of lost it, and we just didn't have the effort down the stretch. That was really the story of the night. I wish that we could have had more effort from the girls. We had a nice crowd tonight on student support night, and we just didn't get it done tonight.
You did have 4 players in double figures tonight, being led by Benicia Childress with 14 points. Tell me about her play a little bit tonight and maybe for the year.
Benicia, she's a really dynamic player. She can really turn it on at times. And tonight she kind of had it going, but she's still battling to her knee injury, as well as she's still not in shape from coming back from that knee injury. So, she got it done a little bit, just not enough.
Now, Mitchell and Dampier have both been leading scorers for you for the season. Dampier, really, both of those other two in double figures tonight. Tell me about their play a little bit.
Yeah, so Kayla is our leading scorer right now. She's averaging about 15.5 points a game. She just wasn't into it tonight. She just didn't have a great night. But she's going to bounce back. I know she will, as she normally does. And it's all about our shot selection and being hungry. Wanting the ball and wanting to score and wanting to win. We just didn't have that will to win tonight.
Now, you said shot selection. Something I noticed, it seemed like we didn't get a whole lot of offensive rebounds tonight. Does that have something to do with shot selection and how that works?
Well, it does. We like to get to work the ball more and try to run the shot clock down just a little bit. But, we often get a pass or two, and then this ball's going right up. And we can't be successful like that. We got to work the ball around, get the defense to move, and then that's when you can find holes in the defense, and then you can be successful.
Now, the team's 3-8 on the season, and you probably won't make this excuse, so I'll do it for you. You're 3-8, and you're a young team.
Yes.
You only have 3 sophomores. So is that part of the 3-8 record? But one great thing about a 3 sophomore team is that you've got a bunch of freshmen returning next year.
Yes, we do. And they're going to grow, and hopefully they'll be better by the time next year comes. But I want them to grow by the end of this year because we can still salvage this 3-8 season here. It's still an early season. We haven't even made it to the Christmas break yet. We have a couple more games before the Christmas break. And I think that, once we get in the second part of the semester and we get healed fully from our injuries and get in better shape and start working on our game a lot more over the break, I think we're going to be okay.
Now, you talked about you had a couple games before the break. Those games are on the road against Jefferson College on the 10th.
Yes.
And at home against Lincoln Trail on the 15th.
Correct.
Preview those games for us a little bit. What can we expect in those games?
Jefferson College, they're always a good group. They always have a lot of talent on their team. The last couple years, well, not last year, but the couple years prior to, they went to the national tournament, and one year they finished second. So they always have a bunch of talent, and it's going to be a big challenge to go down there to Hillsborough, Missouri, and play them on the road in Hillsborough.
Okay. And then your other game at home here against Lincoln Trail?
Yeah, Lincoln Trail, we've already played them once on the road. We traveled with the men. We were down by 3 at the half, ended up losing by about 15, but we didn't shoot very well from the line that night. We shot 46 free throws, and we only shot 23 for 46, and we shot more free throws than they did. So, anytime you shoot more free throws than the home team, you expect a better outcome than that, and we just didn't play well. But, I think that we're going to bounce back, hopefully, and we're going to change some things up defensively and a couple things offensively, and hopefully we can get it done.
You were mentioning that we had these 2 games, and you're off until January 8th. So what does the team do during that time? Do you do some practicing? Do you give them a lot of time off during that break?
Well, we do need some time to heal and rest our bodies, and we're gonna take I'm gonna give them a week off. We'll have 2 weeks off, but a week of that will just be unstructured shooting. I still want them to be in the gym shooting. We're gonna get some lift some weights and things like that, and then that following week, the week of Christmas, we'll just take the whole week off and just have some time to recover. So, I think hopefully it'll help us. We normally play over Christmas. The last 3 years, the last 2 years that I've been here, we've played over Christmas. So we normally don't get this break. So hopefully we benefit from it.
Now, there's also some benefits to Christmas break because that gives you an opportunity as a head coach to maybe go visit some of these holiday tournaments throughout. Is that part of your plan for the break?
Oh, yes. Trust me, I'm going to be all over the area. There's always a big tournament. There's a few big tournaments in Illinois, a few big tournaments in Missouri, and I'm going to get out to see as many high school games as possible. And, hopefully we can bring some, pretty good ball players in here for next year.
Now, a lot of people understand about the basketball season, the work that goes into it, but it's probably a year-round job for you, recruiting out of season in season. So kind of take us through, once the season ends, what happens for you and Deion and other head coaches?
Well, we definitely have to hit the road and get to talk to these recruits and have a lot of them out for visits and things like that. And as far as scheduling also, we have to set up our schedules for the following year as well. But, on the recruiting trail, it's just a big thing of time for you. It really takes out a lot of time because you have to go see a lot of high school players and really do a lot of evaluating of these kids and see who's really ready for the college game. And hopefully, we can get out and see a lot of kids so we can get some more good ball players.
Now, we just talked about how you had a lot of freshmen on this year's squad. How does that affect recruiting for next year? So many spots that you have open, or is there still a competition with people you bring in with current players? I mean, how does the roster change from year to year with having so many freshmen? Well,
it's going to depend on how everything ends out. These kids, they have to come up and show up and improve. If they don't improve by the end of the year, we might have to make some changes. But, hopefully everybody grows. And then if we do bring most of our freshmen back, then we won't have that many kids to recruit, We have 14 kids now, and we're only losing 3 sophomores. So, you do the math. We only have 3 spots really right now, right, unless a couple of them don't come back for whatever reason. You never know what may happen. So, hopefully we get at least, I'm hoping to bring in probably at least 5 or 6 kids. Hopefully.
Now, do you have everybody walk on? Anybody that you didn't recruit that just comes out and says, hey, I want to give it a go?
Yeah, we actually did have one walk-on, well, actually 2 walk-ons this year that we brought on. And of course, hopefully they work hard enough and they can stay on for next year. But, we never know. We never know.
Now, in talking about the recruiting, it seems the women's team has a little more of a local flavor than maybe the men's team.
Mm-hmm.
The men's team has players from all over. Is there just a different philosophy there, or do you just like to keep it local?
Well, actually, it's due to, the men are D1, and they can pay for housing and things like that, whereas, we have to, sometimes keep some local kids because our kids have to pay for their housing since we're Division II. So, that's the difference in philosophy right there. But, I like to have some, more of a mix of out-of-town kids as well as local kids, because you just don't want to have just all local kids. You want to bring some kids in from a different area, and that play a different style of ball, So yeah, hopefully we'll have a great mix next year.
Now we're about to start the second half of this game. The men are trailing 44-31. Other than the coach that's on the floor, you might have a little bit better insight on this team than anyone. Yeah. What do the Trailblazers need to do the second half to get this back?
Well, it's going to start with defense. All right, I understand that they had the big left-handed 6'7" kid that keeps stepping out and shooting those threes. We're definitely going to have to defend him, as well as we need to rebound better and run the floor. But Deion's a great coach, and he always does a great job with his kids, and I'm sure he's going to make those defensive adjustments this half. Okay?
Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck for the rest of the year.
Thanks, Mike.
That's Lady Trailblazer head basketball coach Jerron Young. Stay tuned for the second half as the Trailblazers try to get back in this game against Shawnee. You're watching Trailblazer basketball on LCTV.
I decided to come to Lewis and Clark Community College because it's close to home, and I knew a lot of my friends were going here too, so there's never an unfamiliar face in any of my classes. Coming to Lewis and Clark is a big step in my career path because Lewis and Clark has one of the best nursing programs in the area. Affordable, friendly atmosphere, attentive teachers, Lewis and Clark.
Take out meals for just $12.99. Call now.
Sherry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montonopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich. This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
Hungry?
Yeah.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
More halftime here, 44-31 right now. Really all Shawnee as they made a big run there at the end of the first half to jump up by double digits, Sean, and now it's a 13-point lead.
Yeah, they really broke away there at the end. At one point, the Trailblazers did have the lead when it was 14-12, but since then, the Spartans have been putting their foot on the pedal and just taking control of this game.
Too much Justin Leon. He has 18 points in the first half.
Yeah, he was a monster for the Spartans. He was doing a little bit of everything, getting rebounds, hitting threes, getting points in the paint. So he just really had a good game in the first half.
So far, Craddock with 10 points for the Trailblazers, Austin with 8. Couple of threes for Austin as those two guards try to keep the Trailblazers close, and we'll see if that helps the second half.
Yeah, they got that three, and hopefully that three from Austin they can give them some momentum here in the second half so they can climb back into this game.
Need to get a push here coming right out of halftime to start this second half. Let's go down to the floor and see if it can happen for the Trailblazers as they huddle up with 20 minutes on the clock and 20 minutes remaining here for Wednesday night basketball at RiverBend Arena, and the Saints are back on the floor, Shawnee College, and they have the lead at 44-31. At this rate, they are headed for maybe 80 to 90 points in this game tonight, so we'll see where they end up, and we'll see if the Trailblazers can lock down on defense and keep scoring on offense, because the Trailblazers with just 31 points in the first half. Here we go. Austin has the basketball, and we're underway here in the second half. Trailblazers ball. Looks like they have most of the starters out there. Here's Hortum. Left-hand shot. It's missed. Rebound the other way. Shawnee ball up by double digits. Baseline good. And they're at it again. Thornton with a jumper that's good. So Thornton with his first field goal, he has 3 points. Trailblazers come out with Mike Sanchez, number 11 in the game. Here's Craddock, 3-ball, it's good. He's leading the way, 13 points for the Trailblazers for him.
Yeah, nice three-pointer there by Craddock, and really doing a good job trying to get the Trailblazers back into this game and hang in there with the Spartan team.
Free throw line, that jumper missed by Thornton. Austin the other way. 46-34, 12-point game. Eslick has it. Now a skip to Sanchez. Austin again, missed the three. Over the back, an easy call.
Yeah, reaching over the back there. Not happy with the call, but definitely easy one to make there.
Or Hordem with his third foul. Number 13 for the Trailblazers. Right now it's Stewart. Leon trying to post up near the baseline and near the left block. But it stays out high. Now a drive down in, and there's Leon underneath. Reverse layup, no good. Trailblazers ball down by a dozen here. 12-point game, and Sanchez with the basketball. Dumps it to Hordem, back to Sanchez. Underneath, Craddock knocked away, turnover, and Leon had the ball, lost the ball, traveling called. Tried to call a timeout, but he was rolling over with the ball.
Yeah, nice effort, though, by Craddock. He was hungry trying to get the ball back, but just rolled a little bit too far.
And so with 18 minutes to go in the game, Trailblazers on defense, man-to-man defense. Driving to the right side is Stanley Malcolm. Now over to the left side. It goes to Dillard. Inside and good. Nice drive by number 5. 6 points for Dillard. The lead is 14 now. Largest lead was 16 points late in that first half. Here's Austin giving to Eslick. Eslick to Sanchez. Left elbow, now Austin again. Eslick driving in, bumped and fouled. Foul's going to go on number 5, Dillard, I believe.
Yeah, Eslick with a nice effort after the foul. He almost got it to roll in, but it just rolled out.
Not sure if it would have counted or not. Maybe continuation. But Dillard with his second foul. Eslick, top of the key, gives to Austin for 3. It's good. Austin with another tray. He has 3 threes.
Austin really heating up from the three-point line.
He and Craddock have threes already here in the second half. The lead is 11. Kissing throws it away. Lewis and Clark ball. Trailblazers have it. They could cut it to under 10 now, 48-37.
The Trailblazers doing a nice job hanging in there, trying to claw their way back.
Eslick has the ball between the circles. Driving left side, double team there. Gives it up to Sanchez. Free throw line, in and out. Stewart with the rebound. Dwan Stewart the other way. Gives to Dillard. And we have a foul away from the ball. Sanchez holding Leon, I believe. 1-11 holding the other 11, and that's going to be Sanchez with a foul. Sanchez with a foul. Shawnee with the ball. Stewart misses a layup. 16:20 to go in the game. Eslick with the ball to Sanchez again. Now to Hordem. Blind pass knocked away by the defense, out of bounds. And they're going to call Shawnee ball, but I think it should be Lewis and Clark ball.
Yeah, the Spartans get a break as it looked like one of their players broke it up, and that's why it went out of bounds. But the call goes in the favor of Shawnee.
Well, it was right off the defense there. They missed that one. Glass and good the other way. Dillard with a bucket. Dillard's got 8 points. Couple of strong buckets for him here after halftime. Here's Austin inside, kicks it to Sanchez again. He's driving to the front of the rim. Foul by Leon. Justin Leon will pick up his second foul. 50-37 our score now, 13-point game. Sanchez to the line as he tries to score his first point of the game. And he'll try to score his second point of the game, 1 for 1. Milos Petrovic into the game. And Barton, their big man, into the game at 6'10". Sanchez makes it a 12-point game. He could cut it to 11 now. In the air, good. 2 for 2 for Sanchez.
2 for 2 for Sanchez, and it's always good when you can get those points at the line. When you get fouled and can make those points, it always can help you stay in the game.
Here they come into the front court again. Stanley Malcolm with it. Malcolm driving in, kicks it to Barton. Now Kissing at the top. Gives to Smith. Smith driving in. Shot blocked away. Good double team. Good help defense. Eslick the other way. Into the corner, Austin. 3. No good. Sanchez over the back. No call. And maybe they did get him with a foul finally. Yes. Sanchez with his second foul. And so it's 50-39. Here come the Saints up by 11. Into the front court and a foul called. Might be Sanchez again. It's going to be his third foul.
Yeah, a hard foul there by Sanchez.
3 quick fouls in the second half on number 11. Inside, out of bounds on the inbound. So turnover, right back to Lewis and Clark. And here come the Trailblazers down by 11. Still double-digit game. And out to Craddock, top of the key. Craddock driving in, finger roll, good. Strong move again by JJ. He's got 15.
Yeah, very strong move by Craddock and really helping out the Trailblazers as they inch their way back into this game.
9-point game. And they throw it away. It's going to go back to the Trailblazers again. With 14:33 to go. Trailblazers trying to make a run here. They trailed by 13 at halftime, 44-31. And they've outscored Shawnee Community College in this second half already, 10-6. Inside, Petrovic traveling with the basketball. So it's going to come the other way, Shawnee ball. Here they come. Dillard, front court. Bounces it to Kissing inside. Good.
Good play there by Kissing, getting in there and getting rid of it right away to get the bucket.
14 minutes to go in the game. Austin to Craddock. Craddock, 2 more.
Craddock just racking up the points now.
17 in the game. Traveling called, and it's Lewis and Clark ball on the turnover. 52-43, 9-point game.
9-point game. Lewis and Clark not going away just yet. They feel like they still have this game and can get away with a win. So let's see if they can't keep at it or getting closer to the Spartan score.
2 players in double figures, and they're leading the way and leading this team. Sanchez blocked away, but a foul. Barton with a foul.
Sanchez already 2 for 2 at the line, looking to add to it now.
Craddock, 17. Austin with 11 points. And now, the free throw line, it is Sanchez here, number 11. And the free throw is off the back iron, no good. 13:40 to go. Sanchez, number 11, freshman from Miami, Florida. As he tries to make it a 8-point game. Lots of time left here as we're nearing the midway point of the second half, and the free throw is short. Missed both free throws there. That hurts. But back to man-to-man defense for the Trailblazers here. Stewart gives the ball up. Austin reaching in with a foul. Austin's first foul of the night. 5 team fouls on the Blazers now, and throwing it in will be Jalen Smith from Memphis, Tennessee. Smith throws it in to Dwan Stewart. Stewart hands the ball off. And a foul, illegal screen on Kissing. Shawnee foul. His first. $13:20 to go. Lewis and Clark over the end line when he threw it in bounds, and that is a bad turnover as Trailblazers couldn't even throw it in bounds.
Yeah, you really have to have attention to detail. You can't be making mistakes like that. Trailing by 9, trying to fight back into this game, and an easy mistake to avoid.
So Shawnee gets it right back, leading by 9. As they dump it inside, now back outside for 3, and it's off the rim, no good. Loose ball, Dillard had it, Craddock now has it. To Eslick. Eslick on the floor, lost it, and Shawnee has it back as it's getting sloppy now. Dillard is fouled on the break.
Yeah, another good chance there blown by the Trailblazers. They just lost control of the ball as there was a nice break by Eslick, and then there was one hand in there and lost control.
Sanchez with his fourth foul.
Still 12:55 left to play, so Sanchez will be replaced.
So he's going to come out of the game, and Davion Joseph into the game. Joseph checks in, and the Saints throw it in. Free throw line jumper, it's in and out, and tipped up again. Stewart still has it. The Saints hustle to get it, and then they knock it out of bounds. They had good hustle, but 2 players there to knock it away.
Yeah, finally a mistake on the Spartan side, so a break here for the Trailblazers. Let's see if they can't take advantage of it.
And Craddock will throw it in here. He's, again, been hot with 17 on the night. 2 threes for JJ in the game. Here's Austin with the ball. Gives to Craddock. Craddock driving again inside, and a charge is called. Offensive foul. So Craddock will pick up foul number 2. $12:30 to go, and Saints would like a 30-second timeout here. Leading by 9, 52-43, and a little lull in the scoring a little bit. It's been 9 or 10 for a while.
Yeah, it's really started to slow down here as we're getting to the second part of the second half, and the Trailblazers still have a shot at this game.
12:27 left in the ball game, second half, and both teams huddling up around their coaches. Coach Deion Thomas, Lewis and Clark, Coach John Sparks of Shawnee Community College, and we're ready to go. The Saints have the ball after the timeout. Still within reach, a 9-point game. 6 threes for the Trailblazers to keep them close. Here's Leon, who's been quiet here in the second half. Inside, no good. Rebound is headed the other way, and it's Joseph the other way to Craddock. Back to Austin it goes as he sets up the offense now. 12 minutes to go in the game as Craddock is fouled on a reach-in. Number 5, Dillard with a foul. Third foul on him. Stanley Malcolm checks in for Dillard, and McKenzie is going to come in for Austin for Lewis and Clark. So McKenzie, number 25, into the ball game. Here's Eslick. Eslick driving in. Glass, no. Rebound Saints. Here they come, one-on-one. McKenzie back. Glass and good, though. Nice move by Smith.
Yeah, really fast transition there by the Spartans to get that basket after the miss by Lewis and Clark.
And the lead is now 11. Long time between scores there, but we finally got one, and it was a bucket by the Saints. And now Craddock misses a three. Out of bounds by Stewart after the rebound. Still Trailblazers ball.
Yeah, Stewart was not aware where the line was and took a step and his foot got on the line, so a break here for Lewis and Clark.
McKenzie gets ready to throw it in, and he throws it into Petrovic back near the timeline, the center line here, and McKenzie has it, top of the key. And we have an illegal screen, a foul on Joseph away from the ball. Joseph will pick up his. Looks like his first foul of the night. With 11:24 to go in the game. Kevin McKenzie with some pressure in the backcourt. There's a dump down to Leon, stolen away by Craddock. Austin has it, and he is fouled on his way on the break there by Stanley Malcolm.
Yeah, very nifty move by Austin to get down there and pick up the foul.
Back at the other end, an injury. A man down on the floor, and that's Smith for the Saints. I'm not sure if he hit the floor hard back there, or it was well behind the play.
Yeah, he's grabbing his forehead, so he might have taken an elbow or someone backed into him.
Hit the floor hard maybe, and it was well behind the play as he's helped up now, sitting up now. The 6'2 freshman, Smith, number 4. And now getting to his feet as Coach Deion Thomas gets ready to bring his big man in, it looks like. And that is Orr Hortum, 6'11", freshman from Turkey. Milos Petrovic comes out of the game. 6'9" sophomore from Serbia will sit down, and the 6'11" center from Turkey comes in. Eslick is also from Turkey. And a timeout called here as the Trailblazers have a little trouble getting the ball in bounds, and they'll call a 30-second timeout with 11:11 to go. It's an 11-point game. And the Trailblazers would like to make a run here, still trailing by 11.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out how they're going to put this run together. They definitely have the time to do it with 11:11 left. But they just got to really limit their turnovers, which have been a slight problem. And then they also just need to execute on all their opportunities.
Trailblazers last home game anyway, for about a month. There will be home again January 4th and January 8th of the new year. So it'll be a long time before the Trailblazers are back here on the men's side at Riverbend Arena. First week of January, the 4th. Here's Craddock with a long two. He missed it. McKenzie follows it up, though. Now Hordham down low, and he's fouled by Kissing, number 21. He'll pick up his second foul. And Hordham going to the line. He has not scored in the game. He was a starter tonight. 2 shots for number 13. Hordham steps to the line. Free throw, good. Another one coming for Hordham. Takes a long time to shoot those free throws, but it was good.
As long as he's making it, he can. He should be able to take as much time as he wants.
Takes his time again, fires it up, missed this one, 1 out of 2, and 10-point game, 54-44 the score now. Saints with the ball. Throw it out to the top, Stewart gives the ball up. Into the lane, Leon. Back to the top again, Stewart. Looks for some help, and he finds Malcolm. Malcolm into the lane. Blocked away by Craddock, good D. Craddock all the way down is fouled.
Craddock, really good job there on the transition and picks up the foul. Smart play by Craddock.
Stewart, second foul. Craddock to the line. Again, he's got 17 points tonight. Free throw is no good. Craddock with just 1 free throw tonight before these two. He hit that first one. And now he hits 1 out of 2 here as he hits the second free throw. So overall, 2 out of 3 in the game for Craddock from the line. And now it's a 9-point game again with 10:30 to go.
Yeah, if the Trailblazers can go on a run here, they'll be right back in it. They just got to find that hole.
Out high, Stanley Malcolm with the ball now in the center circle. Malcolm gives it left side to Stewart. Back to the top it goes. And they reset it with Devin Thornton. Now Stewart. Stewart's going to drive in, dump it to Leon. Leon, left hand, no. Rebound is missed, but a foul is called. Offensive rebound again for Shawnee. Craddock with his third foul. And number 3 at the line, that's Thornton, 1 for 2 in the game from the free throw line. First one is good. Another free throw coming, back to a 10-point game with 10 minutes to go now. 55-45. And he missed that one. Craddock with the rebound. Trailblazers in a trap here. They're in trouble. Eslick has it. Eslick is fouled on his way to the basket.
Yeah, a hard foul that Eslick took. Looked like he took a shot in the face, but he's okay. Shot also got the crowd a little animated.
Number 3 with the foul. It's Thornton with his second. And Eslick to the line now. In the air, good. Eslick, quiet night, even though he has scored 7. He had a 3 early in the game. 8 points now. 9 points as he made them both. Could be the third player for the Trailblazers to get into double figures in a little bit here. They already have Craddock and Austin in double digits. To the left corner it goes. Shot up and missed. Rebound. McKenzie knocks it out of bounds. Shawnee basketball, and Dillard back into the game for Ballard. 9:30 to go in the game. Down to an 8-point game. Trailblazers need some D here. And they knock it off the defender McKenzie, so throw it in again. And we're ready to go again. The trigger man looking into Stewart. Stewart driving in, left hand, good. Nice move by the lefty.
And a good roll for the Spartans to get that bucket and get their lead back up to 10.
Left side, Austin open 3, good. Austin has 4 threes.
A very sneaky job there by Austin to get all alone by himself in an easy three-pointer.
He's got 4 threes. There's Leon the other way, and he finally gets his first bucket of the second half. 20 points in the game. At 18 at halftime.
Yeah, at the half, you wouldn't have thought it would have taken him this long to get that first bucket.
Craddock to McKenzie. 3, good. Another 3. Trailblazers have 8 threes in the game.
And that's been their saving grace. They're only down by 6 now, so really making it close.
Here goes Dillard. He stops and pops. He missed it. Offensive rebound. Thornton lays it in. Back to an 8-point game, 61-53. Shawnee with the lead. They've led throughout. Eslick has it. Now to Craddock. 8 minutes to go. Austin 3. He missed this one. And Dillard brings it up the floor. From the elbow, the shot is missed, and another offensive rebound.
Another offensive rebound, and just the Lewis and Clark is not getting themselves in a good position to make those defensive rebounds, and just need to switch that around a little bit so they can get back in this game.
Thornton from the line, misses the first one. Second one in the air, and it's good. And it's a 9-point game again. And we're under 8 minutes to go in the game as Lewis and Clark brings it up the floor. Craddock thought about a 3, gives to McKenzie now. They dump it down to Hordham and almost got the bucket and the foul, but he will shoot free throws. Thornton will pick up his 3rd foul. Hordham to the line. Yeah. He's 1 for 2.
Hordham getting fired up after that foul. He thought he was going to have that bucket.
And he's at the line. 6'11" freshman.